Lily kept interrupting while I was filming, so she's gonna be in the video for a little bit. Say hi, Lily! Hi. How's everyone been? I know it's been a really long time. The reason why I haven't uploaded in a very long time was because my wedding happened. The wedding is finally over, yay! I'm a married woman. Welcome to Yubu world. I think this is better because now I can actually openly talk about our venue, what I was doing to prepare for it, when was the date, everything. I can just openly talk about it. And the reason why I couldn't talk about it earlier was because my husband is a comedian in Korea. I like openly talked about it on Instagram, but I didn't really talk about where we were having it or when it was supposed to be because just privacy issues. Anyway, now I can openly talk about it because it's over. We talked about invitations, we talked about wedding dresses, we talked about vendors and venues and whatnot. And I think it's better that I make these videos after it's over so I can give you more of a realistic feeling of what I'm feeling right now. The next topic we're going to talk about, we're going to rewind a little bit and talk about the wedding photo shoot today. So we did 2 photo shoots. We did one in London. You can refer to our London videos for that. Those came out really awesome because not only did we have Westminster and Chelsea like in the background, you had Parliament, Big Ben, we had London Eye like in the background. It was just so beautiful and it was so natural because it was almost like we were just like traveling and just touring the city. And our snap photographer, who is Sally, by the way, I have the information on our other YouTube video, but yeah, so she did such a great job in just capturing our love. And I specifically requested that it wasn't like staged. I didn't want staged photos because that's what we do in Korea. 신랑 신부님 여기 이렇게 쓰세요, 이렇게 잡으세요. And anyway, it was snap photos. It almost, yeah, it's just snap photos. Our wedding photos, on the other hand, it's a little different. We took it at a place called Mari Studio in Korea. It's in Yanggedong. They have 2-3 different studios. It's amazing. It's like all in the vicinity of one street. They have 3 different houses and each floor they made different sets. The thing about Mari is that it's so common. Every time you see any sort of wedding photos, almost half the time, a lot of people take their photos at Mari. But what I really like about all these photographers at Mari is that they're so loyal with each other and the teamwork is so nice. All the photographers there, they're all good vibes. And the thing in Korea is that you could ask for a more expensive price for the 대표 to take your picture, and then you have the 이사님, and then you have the 실장님s, and then you have the photographers. Here's a tip, like I would just go through each of the photographers, their portfolios, and just kind of look at the vibes of the pictures. And if it kind of matches what you're looking for, it's better to just go with who you feel comfortable with. I could tell you for sure, like Mari and like all the other like big names like Louis or Hayes, like they all have like, how do I put this? Each photographer takes their photos differently, but then the editor is basically the same. There's like a few editors in like the computer area just like editing photos all day long. So it's not necessarily the photographers editing the photos. Anyway, so we got our photos taken at Mari by 상현 실장님. His name is 상현 실장님, who, by the way, ended up also taking our ceremony pictures. So what you could do is you could book just the rehearsal. So when you hear anyone say rehearsal wedding shoot, that means that it's the pre-engagement photos, so the pre-wedding photos, the staged photos. If you book them also for the ceremony, they'll do everything from beginning to end of the ceremony, the group photos, the 신부 대기실, the bridal room photos, they'll do all of that for you. Usually if you do both the rehearsal and the ceremony photos together, there is some sort of discount, so that's something to think about. And if you like your photographer for your rehearsal photos, I do think it's better to just book that person again, because they kind of, the second time around, they kind of know exactly your face and they know like your couple's chemistry, the bride and groom's chemistry. I think it is better to do from the same person, unless you really did not like your rehearsal photos and for your ceremony you want a totally different vibe, then I think you should book different vendors. Overall, I don't really have any complaints about our photo shoots. I think I did the best I could in London, and I think we did the best we could at Mari. I would have to say this though. When we were selecting our photos, we had 10,000 photos to work with, and you have to narrow it down to 30. 10,000 photos to 30 photos. So our wedding date was in October. It was October 11th. It was a Friday wedding, but we took our photos June 10th. So it's 4 months. And we still didn't get our photos until September. So if you are having a wedding in Korea, it is really essential that you give yourself a lot of time before the actual wedding. I bet you, will you end up being very 귀찮아, lazy about selecting 30 photos out of like 10,000 photos. But also the editing takes a little bit of time. And also before you make your mobile invitations, we talked about this in our Wedding Diaries too. When you make the wedding, the mobile 청첩장들, the digital invites, you're gonna want the photos in there, right? So you do need to be able to give yourself extra time. Even 4 months was cutting it like really tight, I think. Anywhere from 4 to 6 months is a good time period to take your photos. So before the wedding. Some people do it a year in advance, which I also recommend too, if you want a season. If you want spring for like the cherry blossoms, or you want winter for the snow, or you want fall for foliage, or you want, no one recommends summertime, but if you want, I don't know, rain, if you want dancing in the rain photos, then I mean, it is what whatever you prefer. Anyways, if it's a season that you want, then yeah, a year in advance is something that you should think about, because the studios book up really fast. If you could, I recommend doing it on a weekday, not a weekend, because on the weekends, obviously all the dresses from the dress shop are all out at weddings. And I talked about this during the dress tour, but like when you choose your studio dresses, make sure it's very different. Each concept is very different. Choose something that you would normally not wear at the ceremony, because you know it's like your only chance to wear like 5 different wedding dresses. Do I have any regrets? I don't have any regrets about our photo shoot, but unfortunately it looks like every other Korean photo shoot. That's like the best way to describe it. I specifically was like, oh, I don't want it to look like every other wedding photo that everyone else has in Korea. But it ended up looking like that. I mean, it looks pretty much the same as like anything you'll see on Instagram. But I mean, yeah, they all look the same. Like this photo pretty much looks like any other bride. Like these photos were a little different. I really like these photos because they were taken outside, and I really wanted that cathedral veil. I mean, like photos like these, like it looks exactly the same as any other person's wedding. So yeah, I didn't want that originally, but then I was talking to someone and they were like, 결혼사진은 근데 결혼사진 다 와야 된다고. And like, that kind of made a little bit of sense too. So like, basically what they were saying is like, yeah, like, they're all gonna look the same, but 릴리야, 다시 올래 그러면? 여기 와서 있을래? 안고 해? 알았어. I'm gonna actually film this part of the video first right now because Lily is totally done with me right now. Okay, so Lily Lily was part of our wedding photos. Oh, 여기 있으면 되겠네, right? And I bought her a wedding dress. How cute is this? It's like a silky material, and then there's a little bit of flowers here, and then like a lace tulle type of. And so this is where the neck goes. I got this on Naver for like 30 bucks, I think. Lily, can we show all the aunties, the emos, and samjuns? You're so pretty. You're so pretty, yes you are. So that's Lily. I know, how cute is she? She's in our photos. So she's wearing this exact dress in those photos. Okay, Lily's back with me because she keeps barking. I'm gonna just keep her on my lap. Honestly, you could just do a Google search and look up tips for wedding photo shoots. So I don't really need to give you tips, but some of my personal tips that I would recommend. You don't need to diet, you don't need to lose weight before a photo shoot because the Photoshop in Korea is amazing. But avoid bloating the day before. So get enough sleep and don't eat like ramen at night, you know, or something with the high sodium because you don't want your face to be all swollen. A lot of these photos, it's a lot about like confidence. Don't do anything that you normally wouldn't do, but yeah. I had a hair makeup team on set who changed my hair. So the way they did it was this. I would wear the same dress, but they would change my hair. Like this is my hair down, and this is my hair up with the same dress. So you see how like it totally changes the concept just by hair. Have your veils ready, which your dress shop will do for you, and your imonim that we talked about in the previous episode will help you do that. Bouquets. I had different bouquets on set. Now, don't spend money on flowers. Don't spend money on flowers. Like, again, don't spend money on flowers. It's so unnecessary because, like, honestly, everyone looks really good in these dresses, and I would rather not spend money on flowers and have hair makeup on set. I'm a big golfer, so I get really tan in the summertime. And I don't know if you're someone who enjoys tanning regularly, but I purposely didn't play golf for 6 months, and I purposely avoided golf in the summertime. Tan lines is a big no-no. I think it's harder to Photoshop that. Don't spend money on wedding shoes. I think that's dumb too. There's no point. You'll like wear it once and you'll probably never wear it again. I wore these like ajima platforms for my wedding photo shoot, and they were so comfortable. So I could be in heels all day long. Like literally our shoot started at like 12 p.m. and it ended up till 10 p.m. I was able to bear the whole process because I was wearing those platforms. That was really comfortable. If you want something different, for me and my husband, we obviously had Lily as a flower girl. We share a hobby of watching football together, soccer together, the English Premier League, EPL. So we did this one concept where we were wearing soccer uniforms, football uniforms. So that was a little different, and I think people actually really liked those photos because it was so different. Lily keeps moving, so I had to change the angle a little bit. Another thing to save costs, I didn't do hanboks. We didn't do hanboks because we didn't think it'd be necessary. Not only is it more money, but also I figured that we probably, if I have children, will probably wear hanbok for the 돌잔치, the first birthday of the baby anyway. So I didn't think it was necessary to do it again. 제가 중요한 포인트를 잊어서 추가 촬영을 하게 됐어요. I forgot one part of this video, and so I'm refilming for, I'm adding a little part to it, okay? 앉아. Sit, baby. Sit. 역시 너는 영어가 통하는구나. 영어가 통하는구나. Good girl. If you watched my Wedding Diaries series, I am planning this whole wedding without a planner, right? So that means I have to talk to the photographer personally, I have to talk to the hair makeup people personally, hair and makeup separately. I have to talk to the tailor suit shop for the groom. I have to talk to my dress shop. I have to talk to the imonim. I have to talk to my bouquets. So I have to talk to 7 different people separately, and I'm explaining the same thing over and over again. I'm saying like,
this is our first dress, this is our first suit, this is our second dress. I would like this hairstyle, I would like this type of vibe for this for this photo, I'm saying the same thing over and over and over again.
So what I ended up doing, and this was a recommendation from one of my 동생s, her name is Jaemin, who's also getting married this month. 재민아, 주, 결혼 축하해. She says she made a PDF file, right? And she just sent it to everyone so they know exactly what she wanted. And so I was like, this is such a great idea. Sorry, baby. So what I ended up doing was, mine is very amateur. Like my PDF, I'm not good at making Excel sheets or word processing, or I'm not good with Windows whatever. I'm really bad, but I just made a quick PowerPoint presentation at Mari Studio Wedding Photoshoot, okay? I know, I'm crazy. This is like Bridezilla. I showed exactly like what Oppa was wearing, what I was wearing, what hairstyle I wanted. See, these are photos that I just got off the internet. This is Kim Soo-yeon putting his hair down. Like the flowers that by the way, I made a bouquet just like this. And I told the photographer this is exactly what I want and these are the concepts that I want. 비숑 천사 릴리 함께 촬영 강아지 웨딩드레스 아이는 수남. She's 진짜 순하지 않아요, 우리 애기? So cute. So I even took sample photos of the dress and I told them I want the cathedral veil. Like, I'm freaking crazy. It's just easier. You just organize it all together and then send PDF files to everyone. That way, they know exactly what you want, what type of image you want, hairstyle, what you're wearing, what colors they'll be, and they can format it according to how you organize it. And that way you have no regrets. I literally don't have any regrets because I did the best I could. And I mean, people might call me crazy for doing all of this, but you know, like, if I'm not gonna use a planner, I gotta be the planner myself. Okay, I'm done. 추가 촬영 끝? Let's just say bye. Say bye. Okay, I'm gonna say bye. Bye. 여러분 좋아요, 구독. Everyone please like, subscribe, comment, and share all the videos. Thank you. Say bye. Do you want to go to Harmony? You want to go to Harmony? No? You want to stay here?